What's going on, guys? It's the not so bearded one. I don't know if I've recorded another video since I've shaved, but now you know if I haven't already. Yeah, I can't make the wife happy, so the beard had to come down. But I'm still bearded. It's still bearded. Always gonna have a beard. A little late at night. I've had a lazy day today, so excuse the hair. No, you don't care about that. We're here today for Straight to Ale Juicy Bunny Pale Ale. Sorry I couldn't get the can placement right. It's in the name. It's a pale ale. It's from Straight to Ale. Straight to Ale is a near and dear brewery to me. They're from Alabama. In fact, they're about 30 minutes in good traffic northeast of me, in Huntsville, Alabama. So if you're in the area, southern Tennessee, western Georgia, eastern Mississippi, central Alabama, northern Alabama, check these guys out. They're in what's called Campus 805 in Huntsville, right off Governor's Drive. And then it's in an abandoned middle school, I believe. Might have been an elementary school, but I think it's an abandoned middle school. And then they, on the property, Yellowhammer Brewery is on there as well. And then they've got like axe throwing on there. There's a totally separate bar, pool hall thing. Me and my wife like to go to the speakeasy. Yes, they have a speakeasy. It's behind some lockers there, and they do comedy night every second Tuesday of the month. And me and my wife, we did it for about 3 or 4 months straight. I mean, we had a blast. Now there was a night or two where it was duds, but you're gonna get that when you go to a comedy show, like, you know, pretty regularly. And in that speakeasy, I had a lot of their exclusive Untapped beers, stuff they don't can, like the Spurgeonator, and they had a blackberry ale, a blackberry wild ale, and then some other stuff. I've had quite a few of their like exclusive on tap stuff they don't can, maybe experimental beers. I like Straight to Ale. I like their marketing. I like this can here. That's their logo, this pitchfork at the bottom, Straight to Ale, Straight to Hail. I mean, you kind of get the scheme there. I don't know why it's called Juicy Bunny. There wasn't a lot to say on the website, other than its intended release was to be a limited release beer. And then I guess they liked it so much, they put it in a can. So let's get down to business. Supposedly there's supposed to be fruity hops in here. Now, I don't know what fruity hops means. Ooh, let's get pouring. This thing's fizzing up. I don't know what fruity hops means. To me, that means, wow, this thing is volatile. Look at how much head's on this thing. I think there's a lot of pressure in that can. I'm not sure how old the can is. Let's see here. I can't read what's on the can. Yeah, it's been in my fridge for about 2 weeks, and then it was on the singles rack at Top Shelf in Decatur for quite some time. Look at this head retention. We haven't even poured that much of the beer. Let's keep going, guys. Man, this is gonna be a minute. This is a pretty aggressive beer, guys. Look at that head retention. I can't even drink that. That is fantastic. Well, let's just go ahead and talk about the color and the aroma while we're waiting on this head retention. Well, it's pretty unfiltered. And as you can tell, it's got a golden straw color to it. I mean, it is almost perfectly gold. I mean, it looks a little more pale, I think, on camera. But to me, I mean, it is like gold on here. Let's see if we can get some aroma. I know the beer's down here and the head's up here, but it's definitely hoppy. And yeah, they said fruity, and it's exactly what I thought they meant by fruity. Fruity has such a vague connotation to it. You know, fruity could be anywhere from citrus, like grapefruit and orange and pineapple and mango, or it could be berries, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries. It could be something like apple, or pear. So, you know, it's definitely fruity. What kind of fruity? Citrus. Yeah. It's kind of got pininess to it as well. I don't want to say earthiness. I would say the citrus is more on the lemon side than like a grapefruit or an orange. It's just hard for me to pick anything up with all this head, but the hops are coming through. Definitely got kind of a tree thing, kind of a piney thing, and then lemon. I feel like I've smelled these hops before for sure. I'm sure I have. I've had quite a few beers. Again, a deep, rich golden color. I mean, that thing is pretty unfiltered and cloudy. I don't think there's sediment in it. I'm sorry, I'm looking way up here in the light. I really want to get this beer poured. It's taking forever. Best head retention I've ever seen. I'd like to get another can and see what happens. This was nuts. I've never seen head retention like this. Greatest head retention of all time. Kind of looks like dish soap. It's got like a soapiness to it. It's definitely a very white, the camera's not playing tricks on you, it's a very white head. Looks like dish soap. It's got legs on it for days. If you like legs on your beer. I mean, I can't do anything with this. My beer is way down here. I mean, I've gone 8 minutes and I'm just waiting and waiting. I mean, I'm starting to get a little irritated. I don't like doing this, but we have reviews to make. You know what? I'm going to pause this right quick. I'm going to go get a taster glass and put this aside. I'll sip on this later and we will get through this review. So excuse me for the poor editing, because you're going to see me pause the camera and then unpause it and all that. Alright guys, I have a taster glass. I'll set this glass aside for after the video. I mean, look at that. Barely poured anything in there. Fantastic head retention. Let's see if I can get the rest of it. Alright, while that all subsides, let's see if we can get a better feel for the beer. Yeah, so I have a hard time picking up on the malt when it comes to like pale ales and India pale ales and like very hop forward beers. So you'll have to excuse me for not picking up any hop notes. I mean, it's just got. I mean, it's a beer, so I know there's some kind of barley or wheat or something in here. Excuse the dog walking through the kitchen. I mean, I would definitely say it's a pale malt, just from what I assume I know about beer, from the color, and then it's just not very strong. It wasn't toasted or roasted, but the smell just definitely got that piney, and then there's some grapefruit. I pick up on grapefruit now that I'm not like drowning in head. And then lemon. So that's all I'm really getting on the nose. But that's okay. It's a pale ale. It's what I was assuming it was going to be anyways. Interesting. Let's go in for another one. I don't feel like I got a good enough sip with that. One more time, I think I really need to think this through. Okay. So I'm getting all the fruitiness and the pininess up front. I'm really hitting the front of my taste buds. And then it kind of mellows out, and I almost want to say I get the malt on the end of this thing. So it really takes on the definition of hop forward beer, because I'm getting it first in the front of the beer. One more time. I think my glass is finally. I apologize for this sloppy review. No one anticipated head like this. Look at the legs on that thing. I mean, even on my taster glass, still got stuff swirling around. Out of this world head retention. One more time. I'm so sorry. This is 13 minutes. Yeah, okay. So, I think this helped me articulate better. So, I get that fruitiness, and again, not berries, not apples, not whatever. Hop fruitiness, your citrus, your mainly grapefruit and lemon. I'm not getting like a lime or mango or whatever else people say they get from hop fruitiness in this one. And then I'm getting a little bit of trees, a little bit of pine, and then it kind of, in the middle of the sip, it smooths out really well. It's got a creamy mouthfeel that really helps the flavor just smooth out, and just, man, it's like it massages your tongue as it goes down. It's just like, it's almost velvety smooth. As I hate using the cliches, but I really like the mouthfeel in this thing. It kind of helps, it flows and marries well with how the hops kind of take a break. And then at the end, you get the bitterness. It's not IPA bitterness, but it's definitely pale ale bitterness. This is a stepping stone for the bearded one. I don't like hop forward beers until today. I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of a 5. Highest rated hop forward beer I've ever had. Best hop forward beer I've ever had. This is history in the making, people. And if you made it 15 minutes into this video, then you'll know that I endorse Juicy Bunny straight to ale. They got good stuff going. If you're in the Southeast, check out Straight to Ale. Until then, guys, cheers.